What's going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another review, this time for the Target exclusive breaker with the mass device. It's figure 158. I pre-ordered him on Target, and lesson learned, if you do a pre-order and you move like I do, you can't change address on a pre-order. You work with Target support, you try to get the address changed. That was a nightmare. Thankfully, nobody was living in my old house yet, so I was able to snag that one. I still got the Diver 2-pack I'm working on. So here's the insert. And here he is in the packaging. So I'm going to go ahead and crack him out. Alright, first impression. Yeah, I'm digging this. Oh, this is the same vest from Grunt, now that I'm looking at it. Unfortunately, I don't have the 82 breaker. 82 was the OG 13 the breaker was a part of. He was the original communications officer, so those were all straight arm figures. And then 83, they did version 1.5, which you got the swivel arm remakes of all the version 1s from 82. So I'm digging this, and the mass device concept is cool, because if you remember, well, first off, there's a mass device in the original cartoon run. I don't know if it was in the comic books, but definitely a cartoon, and it was like a series. The mass device was a mini series that I believe was 82, 83 that it ran. And then on the 25th anniversary, they did a mass device, and same concept where you got all these parts and you put together the mass device, and there's also a weather dominator thing on the 20th anniversary. Now, Hasbro hasn't explained what they were doing. So we have a piece here. So there's the capsule, and I believe there's 3 or 4 capsules on the mass device that powered it. The Diver 2-pack is also part of the mass device, and I believe the 2-pack with Snake Eyes and the polar bear is part of that mass device. So they haven't really told us what they're doing, because I was going to 3D print a mass device, but it's pretty big. I mean, probably take up this whole section right here, so it's pretty big if you were to do it. But just kind of some background for those who aren't aware of the history of the mass device and the character. So, like I said, Breaker's OG13. So we're slowly getting our OG13 characters this time in his retro version, because we have the other release that came out earlier. And this Breaker was figure 29. It came with the Ram cycle. And then we'll get into, oh, I do see they did quite a bit of changes. So we'll get into comparing these two, since I don't have the 82 to compare to. So he's got a pistol here with this silencer suppressor, which we've all seen before. I think Stalker had this. But the interesting part is he's got the pistol holster, but it's not going to fit. Oh, I think somebody mentioned that on the message boards. This just wasn't a good pistol. But anyway, you have the pistol here, and then I think what people are doing is they're like, oh wait, the suppressor can go here. I thought somebody was drilling something out, but no, the suppressors should be able to go. Again, that's not ideal. It's kind of doofy. But yeah, the suppressor can go there, but again, that's not ideal, and I don't like the look of that. I'm not a big fan of it. Look at this pistol too, like the mag and the handle, the grip just stick out. Just really, I don't know, it's just weird to me. And then he's got a knife. And I do like this little setup. Yeah, this comes out just like Grunt. And yeah, I believe he was an E4 too, just like Grunt. You see the name on there, Kibby. See, they got that from Grunt as well. And when I'm referring to Grunt, I'm referring to the classified Grunt. Okay, yeah, so the whole get up they used. And that H, I want to say that's reminiscent back to the original H for Hasbro on the 82 figures. I think that's how you could tell the 82 between the 83 or something like that, is the 82s had the H for Hasbro on their belts. So that's, I don't know if anybody else caught that, but that's a cool throwback. And his has it too. And Grunt, I believe Grunt also was part of the OG 13, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so we got the same knife and vest and set up there, and you can see Grunt's has his name, E4 Graves, and then they put an E4 instead of the flag for Breaker, and then they got the comm device here. So yeah, they gave him the same belt as well for Breaker. Oh, and they gave him the same side pouch here as Grunt. And the same pouch here is Grunt. So they took that from Grunt. Like I said, Grunt was, I forgot what number figure he was in the line. And then the legs the same. Looks like the waist could be the same. And I think this torso is the same as Grunt. Torso, and then they changed the arms. But you get the drift there as far as the Grunt comparison. Let's get back to the accessories. And then he's got the helmet, which was different than the first Breakers. And then they gave him the alternate head for Bubblegum. I think that was from the comic books or something. Comic books or cartoons, that Bubblegum was his thing. So you got the swappable head, which I'll probably put that on my eBay store because I don't care about a Bubblegum head. I mean, it's a cool detail by Lenny and team, but some shticks, yeah, I don't care for. And then we've got backpack. Like this was going to come off, but I guess not. And then this antenna moves. He's got this here. Oh, it should plug into, oh, here we go. So there. So the back of his helmet, which is interesting. I bet they do something similar for mainframe. You know, mainframe's also like a communications officer slash computer guy. It doesn't flip down. Oh, and there's a port over here on the side you can plug into. So back the helmet. Inside of the backpack. I do like this vest though. And boom. Yes, I bet they do something similar for mainframe. And this backpack looks like they could do something similar for Lifeline, because they just did a name reveal for Lifeline. But yeah, I'm digging the look. During editing, I'll have to throw up the original 82 Breaker to see how this actually compares in that way. But yeah, I'm not a fan of, they should have used a different pistol. I'm not a fan of this mag. And Grunt, yeah, see Grunt, I don't know if he had that mag too, or that silencer suppressor, and I just didn't use it on him either. And now if we compare, Yeah, so the first breaker, they use different boots, different legs, different knee pads. Then this waist diaper and collar looks similar. And then, yeah, that's it. And then the head, they did a completely different head sculpt. So this one is more, to me, I feel is more true to the retro breaker. And of course, the vest is completely different. So it's kind of cool because then, now that I'm looking at it, because I was going to just throw this breaker into the tub, but technically you could have this breaker on your shelf because they're kind of two different figures. They didn't give him gloves. Give him a watch though. But the watch is a little different. So yeah, so there's breaker 29 with the newest breaker. So yeah, that's cool. And I'm noticing this, I don't know if it's mine or just a QC issue, but this right elbow is super loose. Right up here you see, barely touch it. It's really loose. You got your boots up here, but yeah, all your typical articulation. If you've been watching my videos over time, I don't want to bore you to death with all the articulation, but the figures are really, I mean, you figure now we're technically on year 6 of Classified because it dropped in 2020 with 00 Snake Eyes, which I pre-ordered. And I mean, most of us never even imagined G.I. Joe coming to 6-inch, and some people thought, oh, we don't need it, we love 3 3/4. Yeah, that's great, but I'm really digging the 6-inch. That's why I sold off majority of my 25th anniversary 4-inch to get into this. And I still have my ARA 3 3/4. Of course, I love those because that's where all this came from. Yeah, that's a QC issue, at least on mine. And we got full arm rotation. And finally, his arms, because a lot of the older figures, like the arms were like way bowed out. I mean, his aren't perfectly against his body, but they're pretty good. So yeah, man, I'm digging this. Basically, you know, the retro card. Well, it's not retro card, but basically it's the retro version of Breaker. Interesting that they didn't put him on retro card. They put him on, or in a regular box with the mass device, and that's gonna be a cool touch. They haven't really told us what they're gonna do with the mass device, so hopefully they give us one. If not, I'll just 3D print one. You know how I am. I still need a 3D print a brainwave scanner, but yeah, I'm digging this, man. If you're trying to get the OG13, we got Hawk coming from the OG13. I need retro Snake Eyes. We've got quite a few of the OG13 done already. I have to go through editing and see what's left for us, but yeah, there we go. There is Breaker for the mass device, the retro version. Give this one a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.